The Montreal Canadiens and the Tampa Bay Lightning are going head-to-head tonight. Two teams who seem to be sort of slumping here in the month of March, but nonetheless, they are two of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. So we're certainly in for an anything can happen kind of show tonight. Here joining us today to talk over his free picks on the match is expert NHL handicapper Dave Golikoff. Dave, thanks so much for being back with us today.
It's good to be here. This should be a good game.
All right, now Dave, the Canadiens are at an advantage here playing at home, and that word advantage really does take on meaning here when playing the Lightning. I mean, Tampa Bay just does not look like the same squad when playing on the road. Montreal is also the line favorite here at -135, so can you make an argument for the Canadiens club in this match, Dave?
I think if you're looking at the Canadiens here, you're definitely looking at that home-away split for the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's a team that's, I think, still the best at home, at least in terms of home wins. They have more than anybody else in the league, at 30-9, I believe it is. But on the road, they're 16-21. Their offense, still good on the road at 2.95 goals per game, but definitely tapers off by about a half goal compared to when they're at home. And then, of course, goaltender Ben Bishop, he's been the biggest issue with these splits, as his save percentage is .897 on the road, which is not very good at all compared to .925 at home, which isn't bad, but still a bit mediocre. But that .897 number is a big drop off. The other factor here for the Canadiens is the fact that the Lightning have cooled off of late. They've lost two straight, outscored 7-2 in those two games, and they've lost 3 of 4 on the road. So those are some of the factors why you might want to take Montreal tonight.
All right, and now the Tampa Bay Lightning will certainly be thirsty for a road win against a good team to make a statement heading into the late season here. What would it take for the Lightning to take a win, though, in this spot, Dave?
Well, Tampa Bay's been on a mission to really stick it to Montreal since the playoffs last year. These two teams met in the first round of the playoffs. Ben Bishop got hurt. Tampa Bay had no recourse, and they got swept out of the playoffs very quickly by the Canadiens. So every time they face the Canadiens this season, they've been on a mission to prove that they're a better team, that they're a different team, and that if they meet in the playoffs again, the same thing's not going to happen as it did last year. You can see that in the way they've played in those games. They've swept the series so far, outscored the Canadiens 16-5 in the 4 wins so far. They beat them twice already in March alone. And you take a look at Carey Price, who's the Canadiens' all-star goaltender. He's been fantastic this season. 1.88 goals against average overall against everyone. But when you narrow down that number to just Tampa Bay, it's actually his second worst number against any team this season, goals against average of 329. So clearly he has not played well against Tampa Bay this season. They've made a concerted effort to be a thorn in his side. And even going back before this year, just 10-15, or I guess including this year, 10-15 overall against Tampa Bay with a .917 save percentage, which is a big drop off from how he's played this year. I mean, .917 is not bad, but he's had a much higher save percentage this season. So when you factor all those things in, you know that Tampa Bay dominates this series. You take a look at how Montreal's played this month, just so-so. Their offense has been it's kind of disappeared this month, normally averaging about 2.55 goals per game, which is 23rd. This month in particular, they're at 2.07, which is 27th. So there's some good reasons and some good factors in terms of backing Tampa Bay in this matchup here. And they actually might be my pick as we get to shortly.
All right, so yeah, let's pick a side here then, Dave. And it sounds like you're picking the Lightning in this spot, am I right?
Yes, I do like the Lightning here. I think that you take a look at how they played in this series. I don't think there's any good reason to bet against it, especially that Montreal has slumped this month, especially that their offense has tapered off this month. I think Tampa Bay is worth a play at +110. I know the line is properly set, but I think realistically, based on how this series has been, it should be about -110, maybe -120 for Montreal. I know that's a little bit weird of an example, but I think that the line is fair for how these teams have played this year overall, but how they've played against each other, given the Tampa Bay's dominance, I think the line is a little bit too high. So for those reasons and the previous reasons mentioned, I'm going with Tampa Bay as a road dog in this spot.
All right then, ladies and gents, you heard it first here on Sportsbook Review. Take the Lightning, a road underdog in this spot at +105. You heard it first from one of the very best in the business, Dave Golikoff. Dave, thanks so much for hanging out with us today and offering your free picks.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, and also be sure to not miss out on Dave's top 3 picks he selected from all the games on tap for this evening. And you can find those in the links below of this video, so don't miss out on those exclusive picks. Until next time, guys, this is Megan Rochester for SBRpicks.com.